What's going on, and welcome back to Knife Life EDC. Got a quick review slash overview to do with you, and it is over the Vosteed Thunderbird. I was really wanting to check this knife out because I've had my eye on it. They've had quite a few different variations of it, like with Damascus and a whole bunch of other like different. I think they have aluminum scales. They have other titanium scales. So they have a few different ones out there for you. And this was the one I was kind of eyeballing the most, just because of the frag pattern. I thought it looked really well. I haven't had a chance to honestly handle a knife with a frag pattern on it, so that's what I was kind of curious about also, just to check it out, see how it felt in hand. Now this is a great knife. I've really enjoyed this, but it has one really big flaw that I'll get in towards the end of the video. It could be a make or break, honestly, for a lot of people. It kind of is for me, unless it's a way to get it fixed or something like that. I haven't looked into it because it's not my knife. I got it from White Mountain Knives. They let me, they lent it to me to review it and just get my hands on it and check it out. I was really impressed, but for that one thing, kind of, I don't know. You be the judge of it, right? It is $200, so that's kind of like a big thing too, because it's $200. You really want to pay for something that may have a problem with it, or if there's a way to fix it, I guess that would be a different story. I'm not quite sure about it, but we'll get into that towards the end. Let's get into the blade shape real quick, because I absolutely love the blade shape. They said it was like a Tonto or a Harpoon. It kind of looked more like the Harpoon look to me, not like the Tonto. It is a compound grind though on the blade. What I liked about it mostly, I can't remember what this is called, but that little lip, notch lip, I don't know what you want to call it, where it goes up then back down. Um, I really liked it. Sorry, it was kind of goofy that I said that. But I really liked it because the jimping's not that great on it. Let me show you. It's kind of smooth, but I don't feel like I'm going to slip with this little notch right there. Like, it really does kind of help my thumb stay there, and I can almost lock it down, but that's also a problem with it, because, again, later. But really great shape for it, great jimping for just that. Like, it's a double whammy that it helps, like, because you got that notch and then you got that little bit of jimping. Like, the jimping's not the greatest, but it all works together very well. That they've come together, obviously, and my thumb doesn't slip. But it is a button lock, obviously, right there. It's all blacked out. One thing, I'll go ahead and just get into it just to get it out of the way, because I want to talk about something else about it. The problem with this thing is, let me just show you. Let me get my hand out of the way. There you go. I thought it was just with the raccoons, the button lock raccoons, but I guess it is also with the Vosteed Thunderbird. You have to hit it right in the right spot. I think it's more towards down here, but if you hit it, it just knocks it out, and I don't understand why, because I can't really see what's going on inside of it, because it is all, if you look down there by the button lock where the bar would be, it is completely enclosed with the blade. So I don't know what to do about that, so that kind of bugs me, but that's something that I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It kind of, if I can look it up and find out if there's a fix to it, or if Vosteed is, maybe this was like an earlier run and they fixed the later run, I don't know. I thought they had these fixed because I thought the raccoons were fixed. I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was going to be great and a great experience, and it really was, except for that. I still love this knife. I love everything about this knife, honestly, except for that little problem right there. Well, let's go ahead and go on. Well, that's what, okay, actually, let's go back real quick, because that's why I was talking about this. Like, when you're pushing down on that, like, it almost makes me paranoid, because I don't know if that locking mechanism is going to fail. And then, obviously, I'm pushing down a little bit, and then, boop, my fingers. My fingers are right there, right in the, harm's way. But one thing, I guess, that also helps save that is this, how it's notched out for your hand, the groove. Your fingers kind of block that right there, so if it kind of does, like, it might help, I guess, keep from going all the way down. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not going to test that out with my fingers, obviously. Maybe if I had a really thick glove, but I'm not going to test it anyway, because it's a knife and I don't want my hand in harm's way. But I guess besides that, let's check out that. It's L-Max. Love L-Max and Van X. Those are my two favorite steels right now. L-Max is this. I love L-Max. It's great. Cuts great. It lasts a good while. I just have to stroke it up when I need to, and it works perfect. Like I said, I love the great blade shape. Let's check out how long everything is real quick, though. Got my handy dandy little tape measure. It's about, the blade, the cutting edge, I would say, is 3 inches. I'd say a good right at 3 inches. The overall is about 7 3/4. We'll go 7.75. So that's the overall blade length. It's not bad. I thought it was a little bit bigger when I first was like ordering it or requesting to see it, excuse me. But I thought it was a little bit bigger, so I was really surprised when I got it and got it in hand. Like, it did seem obviously small. But let's check out the screws also real quick for you, because I can't remember what they were. I can't remember if they're T8 or T6. Yeah, so the pocket clip's going to be T6. Pivot's T8. The handles are T8. Pocket clips are T6. Alright, so I talked about the pocket clip. It is a titanium pocket clip. I can't remember if I talked about that. Everything's recessed in. The back spacer is also titanium, and you do have your little cutout for your little lanyard right there. It is kind of skeletonized a little bit on the inside, as you can see right there. It's got a little bit of cutout, so it kind of helps with the weight a little bit. It is titanium also, so it is a heavier knife. Not bad though, but it feels good and durable. Except for that little failure. Let's check the weight real quick for you guys. And see what we got. Maybe right there. Oh, let's get it out of the light. And it is 4.1. So it's a little bit of a chunky thing. Not bad though. Not really. I wouldn't say that's too bad. I have heavier knives, so can't complain about that. Let's talk about it is a button lock also. That's one thing I really wanted to talk about. At first, I really did not like the button lock, though. I will say that. It was a point of disgustingness, because it just didn't work for me. Excuse me. But one thing I want to show is that it is a different size, though. It's extra small, I think, in my hand. My hands. It is in my hand, my thumb. But in my mind, it is extra small compared, like, for a button lock. But if you look at the raccoon and compare it, do this way, it's quite a bit smaller. Like, the diameter of it, it's tiny. And at first, like, my problem was I couldn't get it to close real well. Like, I could flip it open, and then I would have to fight to get it to close, because it seats very flush, obviously, with the actual handle. And I just had problems. I think it just needed also, like, a breaking in period, too. Because after a few days of doing it, flipping it open, closing it, and, you know, like I do, fidgeting, I don't have any problems, honestly, with it now. Like, you do kind of have to press it a little bit, I guess, but you just have to learn how to use it, kind of, I guess. Like, your hands have to learn how to use it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You just have to get a feel for it, and then once you use it, once you feel for it, it works just fine, to be honest with you. I haven't had any problems with the button lock after that, except for, you know what I mean. What else is there to talk about this knife? Just wish it worked a little better with the button lock mechanism. I think it's about all I've got. If you guys have had any other problems with it, you know, if you guys know anything about that issue, like if they've said anything about fixing it or anything like that, I'm going to look it up, because I do really want to get this knife, like, for myself, because I really do like this. I think I might get a different type though, or not different type, like a different looking one. I don't know. I know they have the aluminum handle ones. I thought they looked pretty cool on White Mountain knives. I really like those. That's originally what kind of drew me to it. I don't know if they're LMAX though, but I think that's what I might try to look into. So if you guys have heard anything about that locking, if it's a permanent thing, if they can fix it or something like that, let me know. I'd greatly appreciate that. And if I hear anything else, I'll do an update or something like that. It's just a great knife. I love the way it felt in my hand. As you can see, it fits just fine. If you have a little bit bigger hand, you still have your little bit of room right there. Let's do a quick comparison for you. I did not do that for you. I always like to compare it to the Civivi Praxis, as you can see right there. So it's not a large knife, but it's not a small knife either. Let's get a drop bearer in on it. There you go. So it's not a bad sized knife. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Real good. But that's all I really got for you guys. If you have any comments, like I said, just leave in the comment section. If you guys like the video, just leave a thumbs up. Other than that, that's all I got. Thanks. Have a great day.